Here is the Tukitaki tale, the Kite Festival. In the village of Shanpur, the annual Bashanto Utsob, Spring Festival, was the most awaited event of the year. But for 10-year-old Nayan, it wasn't about the music or sweets. It was about kites. Every year, children filled the sky with colorful goody kites, competing to see whose would fly the highest. This year, Nayan was determined to win. Nayan's grandfather, Dadu, was once the best kite maker in the village. He had won the festival 3 times in his youth. Seeing Nayan's excitement, Dadu smiled and said, "Let me make you a kite like no other." For 2 days, Dadu worked with bamboo, paper, and silk thread. Finally, he handed Nayan a deep blue kite, its tail lined with golden tassels. "This," Dadu whispered, "will touch the clouds." On the morning of the festival, Nayan carried his kite proudly. But then he saw Rafiq, the son of the wealthiest man in the village. Rafiq smirked, holding up a bright red kite with imported nylon strings. "Your old-fashioned kite won't stand a chance," he laughed. Nayan gritted his teeth. "We'll see." The kite soared, dancing in the wind. The crowd cheered as Rafiq and Nayan's kites flew higher than the rest. Then, snap! Rafiq's string cut through another kite. One by one, he knocked them out of the sky. Nayan's hands trembled as he maneuvered his kite. Dadu's voice echoed in his head. "Patience wins the sky." Nayan waited, then pulled his string at the right moment. Slash! Rafiq's kite spun, its string cut. The red kite tumbled to the ground. The crowd roared. Just as Nayan's kite soared alone, the sky darkened. The wind turned wild. The festival goers ran for shelter, but Nayan refused to leave. His kite was still in the sky. Then, crack! A sudden gust of wind ripped the string from his hands. His heart sank as he watched his beloved kite disappear into the storm. The next morning, the sky was clear again. Nayan and Dadu walked by the river, searching for the lost kite. Then, near a Krishnachura tree, something fluttered. Nayan ran and gasped. His kite was tangled in the branches, perfectly intact. With Dadu's help, he freed it and held it close. Dadu smiled. "See, Nayan? The wind is just a test. What is meant to fly always finds its way back." Nayan nodded, feeling the smooth paper of his kite. He had won the festival, but more importantly, he had learned patience, resilience, and trust in the wind. As he looked up at the blue sky, he knew one thing. Next year, he would fly even higher. Here is the end of the tale, Kite Festival.